Beauty is so important for our culture because it enriches our lives to a great degree. I think if we didn't have art and beautiful art, our lives would be much less full, much less rich. So imagine a church without statues or paintings. So that's something I think the Protestant church has quite wrong, not enjoying the richness of our art. It's a natural world mostly that inspires me, the created world, landscapes and faces and figures. I especially love painting people, so I do a lot of portraits, and these religious paintings I've been doing lately enable me to do that. I'm very thrilled to be part of the tradition of realistic art. And I did this drawing of him, and then tried it here in this is my compositional drawing to try to figure out the whole composition with all the figures. Then once I get that set, then I'll enlarge it to a full-size drawing, just charcoal. If somebody's head's too big or too small, it'll certainly show. So I'm trying to get the placement just right on this big canvas. The way God lets a husband and wife participate in creation of a child, I think he lets us as artists participate in his creation to some small degree, mimicking what he created.
It's been neat knowing that you're going to be in this painting and it's going to be around longer than you are. I guess it makes you want to be a better person knowing that when you're representing a saint.
I enjoy doing these religious paintings for altarpieces or work for a church. I think that it enriches, beautifies the church. It's good for teaching. I enjoy very much seeing a child, or maybe my own children, looking at my paintings and realizing that it's a way for them to learn the Bible stories.
What those paintings help do is opens up a personal relationship with some of the saints that they represent. The paintings are beautiful and huge and lifelike. Creates a great conversation piece even around our kitchen table, which is very beautiful.
There does seem to be a lot of ugliness in our culture today, and probably the reason for that must be the drift away from a sort of God-centered sense of reality. If there's no God, then why does beauty matter? But if you believe in God and believe that he created the world, then the true, the good, and the beautiful mean so much to you. So that's what I try to do with my art is try to show something that's true, good, and beautiful. So I think the world needs it, especially now. And I do think that you hear theologians say that the best way to draw people to the church is probably through beauty. The traditional art that I do really goes way back to the Renaissance. And I was thrilled to find my teacher who, in the 1970s, studied with a man who was born in 1893. So there's a real link back to pre-modern art. So I think modern art really changed things. I think that the main difference between modern artists and traditional artists is that the modern artist wants to get to the final goal, which is to express yourself, which I agree. I think that is what we should do. But I think the modern artists ignored the training part, the number of years you need to study, to learn the craft of painting. This traditional training is so important, and it has to be handed down from teacher to student, and that student becomes a teacher in his own right. So it's the shadows that are so important, so vital. You need both the light and the dark. And then the color in the shadows is very important. My teacher, Paul Ingbertson, would often say is the strength of a painting comes from the colors in the darks. I would like to emphasize that to young people that are interested in art, that they should pursue it. It does take a little bit of, I feel like you're going out on a limb because it might be a little bit difficult to make a living as an artist, but it can be done. You need to train really well, find a good teacher, and then be willing to spend the time. So I'm very, very pleased to have this profession and be able to do it. So I recommend young people trying to pursue that.